I would recommend it at £50. If it was 50 quid, I would recommend it to friends.
Please hold for a very important message.
All right then, so this has been a long time coming. I was shocked at how many people wanted to get a review of this, and I think, to be honest, it's because of the price. It's $100, so about £85. It's not a cheap piece of kit. So, this is the Pso-rite review. Now then, I got this when it was on sale, so I got this for, I want to say 50 quid. Been looking at it for a while, didn't really know what to think of it, and for me, I've always had a tight psoas, my hips have always been tight, so I thought this was sort of like the secret weapon, the missing link. The reviews I seen were awesome, so I thought I had to jump on. Before I was going to get it, I thought it was going to be like a rubber style. I thought it was going to be made of like hard rubber so that you can bend it in and get into different places. So when it turned up and it was just hard plastic, I wasn't too impressed. Totally honest, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with it. The main point of comparison for me is the lacrosse ball. Now the biggest difference, okay, is £6, retails at about £85, £90, okay? So does it justify being, 20 times more expensive? It's not 20, 15 times more expensive? No, it doesn't, okay? Plain and simple, for me, it is not worth £100, okay? 50 quid, yeah, fine. But for me personally, maybe it's because I do a lot of yoga, do a lot of mobility and flexibility stuff that I don't get as tight as I thought I was. I just don't think it's worth that amount. It is a good tool, okay? Don't get me wrong. If you've got a tight psoas and at the end of the day, it is gonna last forever, like this isn't gonna break, but I think that the only way that I can justify the $100 mark is the fact that there is no alternatives that I can find, okay? When you look at the difference in depth between the lacrosse ball and the Pso-rite, of course it's gonna get deeper, but it's not because the Pso-rite's this amazing tool, it's because it's the only one in the market. I know they've got a patent. I don't know to what extent that stops other providers creating something that gets us deep into the muscle. But look, if it was 50 quid, then I would say 100% get it, because it's gonna last you the rest of your life. But £100 is a huge stretch for a lot of people, especially for a piece of plastic, okay? So, that is like my overview of it. Now let's get into usability. Let's talk about how it works and what it does. About, the practical uses of it. The reason that I've got the lacrosse ball as the point of comparison is because for me, this gets into a lot of areas better than this does, or just as, when it comes to the psoas, as in the muscle, the deep muscle that runs from there down to there, this wins every day. There is no denying that, okay? So the way it works, you pop it down, find a part of the hip of the psoas that's tight, your body on it. So I'm here. There for me now, that is tight. I feel that, and I definitely feel a release. Is that alone worth the $100 mark? Don't know, okay? When you compare that to the lacrosse, get as deep, you can only work one side at a time. So I go from here, could probably get pretty deep if you really work into it, but it's just not the same, okay? We look at the other uses of it. So let's talk about the glutes, for example. Okay. Open my glutes up, the lacrosse ball. I feel that just as much. Okay, so I'm here, yeah. Same with the lower back. Do find the lacrosse ball does the job. So look, let's cut to the chase. If you've got really tight psoas, you can't release it without using a tool, then yeah, this is the one for you. If $100 is not gonna hurt your budget at all, go for it. But I think for the vast majority of people, $100 is a big stretch. If you get it on sale like I did, say £50, which is like $60, all day, 100% it is worth that, for me at least. But I cannot justify paying £100 for it, especially when it is essentially a bit of plastic that probably cost a £5 to make. And is it that price because there's a lack of alternatives is the other question. Who knows? So look, to conclude, yeah, $100, if you need it for a tight psoas, then yeah, fine. I would recommend it at £50. If it was 50 quid, I would recommend it to friends, but I cannot justify that amount for $100 based on the value I think you're gonna get. So, hope you've enjoyed that one. Pso-rite, if you want me to review your other stuff, then let me know. Probably not after this video, but at least I'm honest. Yeah, like I say, thank you so much for watching this one. If you've got any suggestions, you want me to review anything, just let me know. I am happy to spend my money on your behalf so that we can find good products, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.